and welcome to the Beauty Know-It-All. Today I thought I'd bust some beauty myths. I think if you can discern fact from fiction in the beauty world, you can save your skin and save yourself lots of money as well. So let's dive right in. Beauty myth number 1, bubbles are better. I actually believe that a non-foaming cleansing balm or a non-foaming cleansing cream is the best way to cleanse your skin. And that's because if you cleanse your face and you're addicted to bubbles, and we've all been there because we've been taught that a product isn't really working and needs to be used again until you've got lots of lather, then you're kind of in trouble really, because at the end of the day, ingredients are added to cleansers and shampoos and body products to make them lather. And this tends to irritate the skin and strip the skin. So the chances are the more bubbles and the more foam, the more your skin will be left red and dry and irritated and in desperate need of a moisturiser, or in your hair's case, in desperate need of a conditioner. And if that's the case, the chances are that what you've done is you have cleaned your skin and your hair, but you've also overstripped it as well. So I like to make my beauty routine a bubble-free zone. Squeaky clean isn't necessarily clean, but it certainly is stripped, and anything you put on after that is purely bolting the stable door after the horse has gone. It's really undoing the damage that you've already done, and why would you want to do that? So my advice is make your beauty routine bubble free. Beauty myth number 2, you can drink your way to great skin. I interview so many celebrities and actresses and experts, and they say, oh, the secret to great skin is to drink water. Well, you can drink all the water in the world you want. It's not going to make you a great actress. It's not going to make you a supermodel. And sadly, it's not going to give you great skin. Because if you think about it logically, when you drink water, or in fact eat food, what you do is it goes into the center of your body and it works its way out. So although your skin is your body's largest organ, and obviously it's the most visible organ, it's also the least essential. So that water and those nutrients tend to go to your heart, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, your brain. I mean, they're all more important than your skin. So what can you do to hydrate your skin? Well, there's a theory that something called intracellular water, that is the water that's contained within the cells of plants in particular, so fruit and veg, you'll not be surprised to hear, actually stands a better chance of reaching your skin because it's digested slowly. So your body doesn't automatically use it to flush out your kidneys, which is what it does if you drink half a litre of water. And that water contains all the antioxidants and vitamins and minerals that your skin needs. So my advice to reach your 1.5 litres of water a day is to eat more fresh fruit and vegetables. And add a moisturiser into your routine, because I add a serum every day, which is like a juice shot from your skin from the outside. But to trap that water into your skin, especially on a winter day like today, what you need is a moisturiser which works occlusively. That means it blocks off the surface of your skin to stop transepidermal water loss. That is the water evaporating from your skin. That's how your skin dehydrates, and that's what will keep your skin moisturized, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to do that. Beauty myth number 3, you can shrink or close your pores. You simply can't. What you can do is cleanse your pores, and to do this I recommend salicylic acid. I think the word salicylic acid and hyaluronic acid must be the most common words that come out of my mouth when I write features, but salicylic acid essentially debraids the skin, so it takes off the dead skin cells and it empties out pores, and it's brilliant for getting rid of blackheads, and it's brilliant for making pores look smaller, which is essential, because if you empty them of sebum and dirt and makeup, then essentially they will look smaller, but they won't actually be any smaller. And that's because the size of your pores is determined by your genetics, so determined by the skin you've inherited and the amount of sebum or oil that your skin produces. Now the good news is that when you get to my age, oilier skin will age better, because oilier skin is less prone to dehydration, and dehydration is a major cause of aging. So how do you make your pores look smaller if you can't actually shrink them or close them? Empty them out with salicylic acid, keep them clean, and then actually blur them with a silicone-based light reflective gel. They're available everywhere, and they are either clear or they're tinted, and you put them over the surface and they sit on the surface, because silicones are quite large molecules. And then what they do is they refract and reflect the light. So basically your pores look smaller. When you wash it off at the end of the day, your pores will still be there, sadly. If you really do have large pores that you're very conscious of, the only way you can actually make them shrink is to go to a dermatologist or an aesthetic clinician and to have an IPL or a laser treatment. And what that does is it targets the collagen and elastin, which are the two fibers in the skin that keep it really firm, and over time they can stretch and your pores can become larger. So what they do is they basically strengthen those fibers, and in turn your pores will slowly look smaller. But in the meantime, keep them clean and hide them, because you can't actually close your pores. No product can do that, I promise. Beauty myth number 4. And this is a personal one for me, because if you ever see me doing that in the mirror, which you tend to do when you get to my age, which is basically post 50, that's because neck creams don't work, sadly. I'm not saying don't use a product on your neck. Obviously use your serum from here to here, use your moisturizer from here to here. But why would you need a specific product for your neck? What does your neck need that the rest of your face and your body and your décolleté, and that's another cream that really, unless you've got lots of money, you shouldn't buy. Why would the skin on your neck or your décolleté be any different from the skin on the rest of your body? It really isn't. So my advice, unless you've got lots of money to spend, is to use your serum day to day from the hairline to the nipples, and also then use your moisturizer on top. It will save you money in the long term, because neck creams tend to be hugely expensive. And also neck creams claim to defy gravity. If that was the case, I get more free products than I can throw a stick at. Sorry, that's my glasses falling down. But really, would I be able to do this if a neck cream worked? There would be no facelifts and no thread lifts, and we'd all look like Madonna if neck creams actually worked. I'm not saying that they don't have brilliant active ingredients in them, but really they're the same active ingredients as in your face cream. So why pay a premium for a neck cream? And also I have a theory that if a neck cream actually could help us defy gravity, and I'm going to take my fingers out and show you what gravity does, then we wouldn't need rocket propelled launchers to get astronauts into space. We would just stick an astronaut on a neck cream and hope for the best. Beauty myth number 5, and this is a big one for me. Natural is better. I love the internet. I love that the internet is a source of huge empowerment and information for anybody that wants to know anything about beauty, but there's a lot of disinformation out there as well. And it's mainly controlled by the nature freaks. A natural product is not necessarily better for you, and no beauty product will ever be chemical free. Never believe that, because the word chemical simply means a collection of molecules or a molecule. So water is a chemical. It's hydrogen and oxygen. The air we breathe is a chemical. It's oxygen and carbon dioxide and various pollutants if you live where I live. In fact, everything, argan oil, hyaluronic acid, salicylic acid, they're all chemicals. Some chemicals are good for your skin, some chemicals are bad for your skin. Let's think about 2 natural chemicals you wouldn't want anywhere near your skin. Let's try the active ingredient in a stinging nettle or poison ivy. Just because it's a plant and it grew in nature and it's organic, it doesn't make it better for your skin. In fact, some research has been done recently on how damaging some essential oils can be for your skin, including bergamot, which now is banned from sun creams because it actually sensitizes your skin to the sun. It smells amazing, but you wouldn't want it on your skin. And by the same token, everything that comes out of a lab isn't bad for your skin. I have a science degree and I would pretty much put my faith in science most of the time, but the best beauty companies take the best of nature, tweak it by science, and then you get the best of both worlds. So please don't believe that natural is better. Also, the term natural is not regulated in the beauty industry at all. So if somebody's using that as their main selling point and their marketing hype, then it is purely that, it's hype. So I want you to tell me what else you want me to talk about, and I want you to tell me what you think of this video. You might completely disagree with me. I love a beauty argument. Put up your dukes. Tell me what you think below. Subscribe to my channel, because if you don't subscribe, then I just sit here talking to myself, and one day men in little white coats will come and take me away and they'll realize I'm crazy. But I promise you I'm not. I think that the knowledge I have has empowered me to look the best I can at the age I am, and I promise that I can share that knowledge with you, and you too become a beauty know-it-all. That's my glasses again. Check these out, look. I've got glasses on. I must know what I'm talking about.